Ned Rorem, who was born on October 23, 1923 and died on November 18, 2022, was an American composer and author who achieved a unique standing in both the musical and literary circles of the latter half of the 20th century. Born in Richmond, Indiana, and raised by Quaker parents in Chicago, Rorem pursued his studies at the Curtis Institute and the Juilliard School of Music. He studied under influential figures such as Virgil Thomson, Aaron Copland, Rosario Scalero, Leo Sowerby, Bernard Wagenaar, and Arthur Honegger. Rorem's time abroad, particularly in Paris during the 1950s, was essential to his artistic development. There, he benefited from the patronage of the Viscountess Marie-Laure de Noailles. Upon returning to the United States, he taught at the University of Buffalo, the University of Utah, and the Curtis Institute. In an era marked by unprecedented musical complexity and abstraction, Rorem stood apart by composing in a decidedly traditionalist style, largely untouched by the avant-garde movements of his time. While contemporaries like John Cage explored aleatoric techniques and others like Pierre Boulez and Milton Babbitt delved into serialism, Rorem remained indifferent to these trends. He also distanced himself from the intellectualism of composers like Elliott Carter. As the 20th century drew to a close, his consistency and commitment to traditional forms earned him a new generation of listeners, even as other conservative approaches regained prominence in contemporary music. Though Rorem's music is not without complexity, its directness and unpretentiousness often felt almost romantic compared to his contemporaries. Influenced by early 20th century French traditions, his work was known for its tonal clarity and traditional melodic gestures, absent of the cerebral designs that characterized much of the new music of his time. While Rorem composed choral works, chamber music, operas, and symphonic pieces, including winning the Pulitzer Prize in 1976 for air music, his prolific contributions to the art song genre distinguished his career. At a time when art song was often considered a sentimental relic, few composers of Rorem's caliber contributed significantly to the genre. His sensitivity to text and expert settings of poetry, spanning works from hundreds of writers, have made his songs rival the best of any American composer despite their traditional musical forms. Beyond his musical achievements, Rorem made a significant impact as a writer. He published an extensive catalog of diaries, autobiographical works, and essays, but his diaries garnered the most attention. Notably, the Paris Diary, 1966, and the New York Diary, 1967, caused a sensation for their bold and honest recounting of his life as a gay man. Unprecedented in their openness, these works offered unapologetic reflections on his experiences, naming names and providing intimate insights. His diaries became more widely known than his music and have remained in circulation, recognized as perhaps the most intimate, sustained witness to a gay composer's life into old age. As time went on, Rorem's diaries evolved, becoming less exhibitionistic and more contemplative. They chronicled his struggles with aging, alcoholism, celibacy, thoughts of suicide, and the death of his longtime partner, James Holmes, from AIDS and cancer. These writings painted an unflinching portrait of his life, touching on everything from youthful promiscuity to personal loss, making him a model of independence in music and writing. Despite the openness in his writings, Rorem surprised some scholars with his views on the connection between sexuality and music when they began exploring this relationship in the late 20th century. Although candid about his own sexuality, Rorem rejected the notion that music could be influenced by sexual orientation. In addition to his diaries, Rorem authored numerous essays on music, composers, and other cultural figures, though he spent little time discussing his works. Scholars still need to explore the full intersection of Rorem's musical and literary identities. Thank you for listening. For more LGBTQ+ history, please subscribe to this channel.